Well, these days you may consider your air conditioner to be your best friend.
Suzanne Lawler joins us live in the backyard garden with tips on how to stay cool and save your cold hard cash.
Yeah, I gotta say, it is hot out here, and as soon as I'm done chatting with you, I'm heading inside. But you know, you don't want a ginormous power bill. That's probably on your mind. So there are a few things you can do around the house to chill out and save some money.
The phone just doesn't stop ringing.
Les Scott owns Air Masters of Middle Georgia. In a hot stretch like this one, well, he's like an accountant during tax season because Mother Nature is exposing problems in air conditioning units.
But once we get into the high 90s, the hundreds, if your unit's not keeping up and something's wrong, you find out real quick when you go to bed and it's 80 degrees in your house.
An air conditioning unit will run in the thousands of dollars to replace. Extreme heat taxes the motor, but there are some things you can do to get more life out of your unit. First, move plants or shrubbery away from the machine.
Trim it back, you know, nothing crazy, 10 to 15 inches away from the unit. When's a good time to get out there?
Schedule with a professional for a yearly service call.
Cleaning up the parts that don't normally get cleaned.
And grab your hose to give the housing a good shower.
I tell them to make sure the unit's off, but just take a water hose and rinse inside these coils with just water, and you'd be amazed at all the stuff that builds up over the year.
A lot of folks ask Les, do I need to change my filter? The answer is a resounding yes. Think of this as your nose. When you get plugged up or congested, well, it's harder to breathe. And the same thing is true for your air conditioner.
It's really the number one thing you can do to make sure your unit's still running fine. You know, you go to the hardware store and there's 40 different types of filters. It's probably a little overwhelming. I usually tell people to get the least expensive pleated filters they have.
You can also close the blinds in your house. Keep your thermostat set at 78. And if you see sunshine through the bottom of any doorways, well, it's time to put down more weather stripping.
The monthly savings on your electric bill also adds up over time.
Now, Les says also a well-maintained air conditioner could last you 15 years or more. And don't forget, you are going to pay out about $10 for those filters. And you're like, wow, but think of it, you don't want your air conditioner to conk out during this time of the year. So Les says it's well worth the price.
Agreed. Thanks a lot, Suzanne. Another thing Scott hears a lot is folks turning off their AC completely during the day. He says, not a good idea.
No, because that's because your unit isn't going to have to work extra hard to try and get your house back to a comfortable temperature when you get home, and it's going to take a good while with these temps.